different disciplines together for self-protection. Welcome to Urban Combat TV, and for probably one of the most controversial things that we're going to talk about. I am making no apologies for bringing this to the arena. It's a white elephant that's sitting there just waiting to be explored. The difference between training in reality, training technically for education, and training for martial arts. How do we get the three things to combine? So let's first of all deal with physical intervention. Okay? So a physical intervention program is very different from self-defense. So what do we mean by physical intervention? It could be a set of programs that we're learning to deal with commercially based products that work through a process in industry. You're going to be confined by the kind of things that you can do. I train with some of the best in the world at being able to do that, and I'm very appreciative of that training program. It gives me all the tools I need to work within the industry. Fantastic. But now let's flip the coin and move it to self-defense. So looking at a self-defense program, again, you need to be a good instructor. So having all that background of the information you need, all the boring stuff that nobody wants to do, is fantastic. But what we then need to do is we need to deal with circumstances that are based in reality. So when we look at some of the content that's actually being played out here today, and you're looking at the ways in which people are having to deal with the psychological and physiological effects of violence, then you need to be damn sure that what you're going to use is going to work in that arena. Now, I am proposing a journey that brings people together, one that allows people to become fantastic instructors and have all the processes there. We are award winners for teaching, learning and assessment, international winners, I must say, for teaching, learning and assessment. And I want to bring the wealth of knowledge that we've got, alongside the 40 years martial arts experience that I've got, alongside techniques that are now practical and work in a realistic self-defense situation. Having been placed in hospital with 20 youths kicking me fucking head in, I think I've got an idea what my family thought when they come and visited me, and my kids were looking at me saying, "Why do you, Dad, look like Quasimodo? Dad, we're crying. Are you going to get better?" So let's be right. Unless you felt it, unless you feel it, unless you deal with it, my lads end up having forced upon them every weekend situations with little boy syndromes, little man syndromes, picking on the big guys. And they deal with it effectively. But we've got to deal with it effectively within the confines of the legislation that lets us get away with it at the moment. But I'll say this, press the button, see the content, because I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6, as everybody says. And that's the reality of this world. I'm sure there are people, mums, dads, and people who are related to these people that wish their daughters, loved ones, kids and family were still there with them today. So join the circus, come on board, let's get the conversation going, and I don't care how upset you are with me, I don't care how much on board you are with me, I want you to engage, because if we don't engage, there's a problem. Thank you, see you next time. Bringing the different disciplines together for self-protection.